Hey frugal friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. I hope you had a successful week in your personal finance journey, whether it was finding a great deal or saving money or learning something new, or sharing tips and tricks with family or friends. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 5 greatest personal finance lessons that I've learned up to this point in my life that I want to share with you all. So let's get into it. All right. Things that I wish that I learned sometimes a little bit sooner in life versus up to this point in my life. 1, not buying more than I can afford. How many people have fallen into this boat, or maybe still in this boat? When we were younger, you get that first, good, what you think is a good paying job, right? And you go out and you buy that brand new car, or you buy more of a house than you can afford, or you buy certain types of clothing or designers or whatever it is that you have been dying to get ever since you were younger. You started seeing things, understanding things, and now that you have that job, you want to get it. And you think it's going to impress people, you think it's going to help you feel good about yourself. And then when all those bills start coming in, you start to get nervous and anxious and, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for this? Or maybe you just keep spending until finally you hit a crossroad and you're like, I've got to stop. I can't maintain these payments, or I can't maintain this lifestyle any longer. So when you are out looking for a car, remember, it depreciates in value the second you drive off the lot. And I know everybody's heard it on here, but maybe my message will help that right person. There are so many good quality used cars out there. Do your research. Take it to a mechanic. Do all your due diligence before you purchase a car, okay? Buying a house, that's another big purchase. Some of us we love the big houses, we love the design, we love all those things, right? But you may be approved for that full amount for a house, let's say. But should you go up to that full amount? Maybe not. Maybe dial it back $100,000 or $50,000 or whatever it is, so that you have that extra room in your payment each month to save. Or, as we all know, inflation has gone through the roof. So you need that extra money just to pay your basic bills and grocery budget and gas budget and everything else. So just remember those things. Stay frugal. I am so glad that actually I still had my moments of spending, but I tried to stay frugal because I knew that it was going to help me out in the long run, okay? Whether it was not turning on my air conditioning as soon as other people, or as soon as it got hot, or making my heat as warm as it would be in the house, drying my clothes on clothes racks, or outside on the clothesline, things like that. Staying frugal doesn't mean that you're not having a good life. It just means that you're lessening a bill to help you in another part of your life. And I think that a lot of people think that, I'm frugal, I just might not be happy, or I can't, have everything I want. No, you can still have the things you want, but you're making those purchases as a frugal person intentionally. Like, I'm intentionally going to buy a quality car, or I'm intentionally going to buy a quality piece of clothing. Now, I'm not saying go overboard, but again, a quality piece. And you can still find all those things. Facebook Marketplace, thrift stores, consignment shops, whatever it is. Use your network. If you have somebody that lives in another state and they have a fantastic thrift store, ask them to FaceTime you or message you or whatever if you're looking for something. If you're looking for a new coat and you went to yours and you don't like the selection, or they don't have your size, message them if they go to a thrift store. Say, hey, do you mind swinging by a thrift store and picking something up for me and shipping it, or holding it until I can get down to see you? Whatever it is, use your network. Number 3, it kind of ties back to number 1. No delusional spending, okay? And what that means is, we're not going to create a lifestyle that we can't afford. We're going to create the lifestyle that we want, that we can afford. We're not trying to create a lifestyle to impress, maybe our parents are like, oh, you have this nice house, you're so successful, you earned it, you deserve it. But inside, you haven't told them that you are like one paycheck away from losing it all. So that's what we're going to stop. We're not going to even start it. And if we have, we're going to find ways to get out of that delusional spending. Number 4 is we're going to start talking to people who have a business or a side hustle. And we're not going to be nosy. We're not going to ask like, well, how much do you make? And, all this stuff. Ask them about why they started that business. Ask them about how they got customers. If that's something that you want to try and get into, they're the ones that are going to give you the tips and the tricks, okay? They're the ones that are going to give you that information. Again, you're not asking about their revenue or their income. You are just asking about how they got started, why they got started, and how they've grown their business, okay? It's that network. So again, you have to expand your circle of friends who you talk to. If they're all of the same mindset, that's okay. But go out and try to talk to other folks. People are always willing to share information as long as you approach them in a kind, open-hearted manner. Number 5 is invest in what you know, okay? A lot of people talk about slow and steady investing. I think that's a great thing, but don't get caught up in hype, okay? Start out small. Start out with something that you understand and know, okay? If you know that, okay, I understand about a checking account and I understand about a savings account. Let me go into what a certificate of deposit is. They're going to pay you interest. That is investing. Even though a lot of people might laugh at it, it's still investing. You're still making money, okay? But what you put in is safe until the end of the term. And then you can get all your, get the money and the interest. But don't go out and, if you're standing around at work or, you're out on a sports field and other parents are saying like, oh, did you pick up, this latest stock? It's made me so much money, blah, blah, blah. It's great. You really need to do it. And that's great for them. If they have been successful in it, that is fantastic. But do your research. Don't just go home, get on your, Vanguard or Schwab or whatever account that you may have, or talk to your financial broker and say, hey, like, go buy me this stock, and they're just going to do the transaction for you. Do your research. If you don't understand the company, if you don't understand their finances, you may lose out in the end. So invest in what you know, do your research or homework, and then move forward, okay? But for instance, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. If I want to learn about it, there is plenty of information out there for me to learn about it, okay? So I would go to the library. I would get on YouTube. I would Google. I would do all those things. And if I knew somebody that was investing in it and did well and understood it, I would start talking to them after I've already read about it and hear what they have to say. And then I would make my own decision of whether I'm going to move forward or not with that investment. So, those are the things the 5 greatest things that I've learned that I still use to this day, that I still teach people about. And I hope that you guys find your greatest personal financial lessons and share them with either your friends, your family, the younger generations, whatever it is. Share them your wins, your losses, the things that you want to try to do. Because guess what? They're all going to be out there and support you. And if they're not, then don't share it with them. Don't share it with them. I hope this video finds you guys well. I hope that you all are having a great day. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And more importantly, please comment. I'd love to hear your guys' greatest lessons, cheer you on, and if you have any questions, let me know and I'll definitely answer them. All right, guys, until the next video, take care, happy savings, and I'll see you in the next one.